I'm N64 Josh, and in this video we're talking about the Switch's must-own games from 2017. Okay, so first on the list, Zelda Breath of the Wild. This was Game of the Year, and Game of the Year for good reason. It's open world, you can go where you want, your weapons break, so you're constantly having to use new weapons and try new things. Don't miss this game. If you're a fan of Zelda, you owe it to yourself to play this game. If you haven't played Zelda in forever, this is a great one to jump back in with. I recommend picking up the DLC. It's 20 bucks. It's a decent amount of content, and it just gives you the full game, the full story. Zelda Breath of the Wild, don't miss this one. Next on the list, Super Mario Odyssey. I had a smile on my face the entire time I played this game. There is so much fan service in this game, and it plays so well. No matter your age, this game is very, very accessible. So if you're an advanced gamer, there's a lot to do here. If you are a beginner or you just kind of casual, still pick this game up. If you played Donkey Kong or Super Mario Brothers from back in the day, pick this game up. You will enjoy it, I guarantee it. Mario plus Rabbids. This was one of the biggest surprises of 2017. This is a strategic shooter. It's kind of like XCOM, if you're familiar with that. If not, basically you take turns moving your characters into position and then firing your weapons at the other team or at bosses or whatever. This has all of the charm of a Nintendo game, but it comes from Ubisoft. And there's a great backstory from this game. If I can find a link to the video, I'll put it in the description. There's just a lot of love that went into making this game from the team at Ubisoft. Very fun. I played multiplayer over the holidays, versus and co-op. Don't miss this one. Next, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is my most played game on the Nintendo Switch. I stream this game on a regular basis. We play it almost every Monday night on my Twitch stream. It's just great to jump in with viewers and with friends and family. This is an incredibly fun Mario Kart game. It is a full package of battle mode and races. I think there's something like 32 different tracks, a ton of content here. Even if you picked it up on the Wii, I still recommend getting this game. Having it on the go is really, really cool. And if you have younger kids that aren't very good at playing yet, this has a drive assist, so they don't constantly drive off the track. It also has a acceleration assist, so if they're just focused on turning and driving, they can still complete races, and you can still have a good time playing with younger kids. So don't miss Mario Kart 8. I love this game. I play it a ton. Next on the list, Splatoon 2. This is basically going to fill that void of a shooter in your library. It's not about shooting the opponent, although you do. The main objective is getting your ink all over the ground and trying to have more ink than the opposing team. So there's strategy involved. It's 4v4. It's a good time. You're going to play this online quite a bit, so be prepared for that, because that's kind of the main focus of this game, is online play. It controls well. Some people like to use the motion controls with it. Not for me. Doesn't mean they're bad, just not for me. So don't miss Splatoon 2. Last is another game that's been a big surprise to me. This is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is a JRPG, and I'm not really a fan of JRPGs, or at least I wasn't until I played this game. I can't get enough of this game. I'm 80 hours in. I'm on the 5th chapter. I believe there's 7. Most people take between 100 and 150 hours. You're definitely getting a good value and a lot of content with this game. So when I first started this game, I was surprised you don't necessarily control your main actions. Your character's auto attack. And at first I was like, I don't think I'm going to like this. But the more I played it, the more I understand why they did it. You focus on creating combos with your team and with the different elements that everyone's using. And so it's actually nice that you're not having to worry about using your main attack. It just happens automatically. And you're focused on, like, every third swing using one of your power moves so that you can get extra damage for it. The story is really good, and it has really got its hooks in me. I was really surprised by that. I've never really gotten into anime or anything like that. The story in this is great. The graphics are great. It is a ton of fun. Everybody that I've recommended this to, like in our Discord, has picked it up. So Don't miss this one if you're looking for just a good single player, spend a lot of time losing yourself in a world. This is a game for you. Okay, if you're looking for an easy to pick up and play multiplayer game, look no further than Snipper Clips. This is a puzzle game that is 1 to 4 player. You can use the Joy-Con turned on its side, basically 2 to 3 buttons per game mode. It's puzzles. There's different like versus matches where you just try to cut each other. The idea is that you cut the shape out of your opponent so you can create puzzles or whatever, or if you're just going versus, you can play like air hockey, things like that. There's a ton of stuff to do in this game. This is kind of a staple in our house for games we go to often. Snipper Clips, a lot of fun. Highly recommend it, especially if you're looking for a puzzle game and multiplayer. Check this one out. So the next 4 games are basically runners up, like games that are good, but they're not on my must-have list. They might be if you've never played them before. First one I want to look at is ARMS. This has been supported by Nintendo since it came out. It is a unique fighting game where basically you throw punches but at a very long distance. Like your arms are kind of springy and you can kind of control them after you throw them. It is a 1 to 4 player. You can play with motion controls, which work very well. You can also play with a controller. It works very well. This is a fun game. Nintendo has done a great job of supporting it, adding new characters. I recommend this one. But again, it's just kind of on my runners-up list. It's not one I played a lot, but it is fun. If you're looking for just a hack and slash title, look no further than Fire Emblem Warriors. If you like Fire Emblem, you like Dynasty Warriors, this is a perfect mix of that. There is some strategy involved with this game, and it is pretty fun to play co-op. If you're into those like hack and slash games, don't miss this one. These next 2 games are excellent on the Switch. If you've played them before, you may have the best experience, playing them on a PC or an Xbox One or a PS4. Or even back in the day on the 360 or the PS3. If you've never played these before, I say pick them up. The first one I want to mention is Doom. Now, this is mature rated. It is a Marine going through hell, just killing demons, and it is a ton of fun. It's not about survival horror. It's about you having a lot of big guns at your disposal and having a lot of fun with them. The multiplayer is also very good, and it really has that 90s shooter feel to it. So if you're into that, you don't want to have to sprint, you don't want to have to reload, this is your game right here. It's a great port on the Switch. It runs at 30 frames a second. And, the textures are a little lower compared to the Xbox One and PS4 PC, but that would be expected. It still plays great. Don't miss this one. And lastly is Skyrim. This is the game that has been sold so many times, so many different versions, but now it's on the go. So I find myself playing this game again, which is crazy, but there's just so much here. If you just want to lose yourself in a world and you never really have, or you want to go back to it like I did, it's been like 6 years since I played this game. The Switch version is great. You can also use Amiibo with it, so you can use Link and all the Zelda Amiibo to unlock the Master Sword and the Hylian Shield. You can also get Link's tunic. So it's very cool. They can be upgraded even. I found that out today as I was playing this. So Skyrim on the Switch, it's an excellent port, looks beautiful, fun in handheld or on the dock. I recommend this one also. So there's my list of must-have games from 2017. Did I miss any games? Let me know in the comments below. I'll also have links to each of these games in the description if you want to pick them up at Amazon. Thank you so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, subscribing, I'd really appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video.